Right, how we doing, YouTubians? Cueball here. Today, as you can see, we have one tank and one broken tap. We are going to replace it with one new one. £15 on eBay, bargain. So this will be a easy and simple video on how to replace your motorcycle fuel tap. Normally you'd have your tank like that, get your screwdriver, you'd undo the bolts or Allen bolts, whatever they are, you'd pick your tank up. Obviously if it was full of fuel, you'd put it to the side like so, and then normally making sure that the fuel's not tipping everywhere. Obviously you wouldn't do it like that, but I'm going to do it. You will, on the left one, which is your fat tube on the tap, will be for your fuel. Put a bit of masking tape around that, mark that up. And the thin one here, which is the one on the right hand side, which you can see down the middle of your bike, is for the air. So fuel on the left, air on the right when you come to reconnect them. Obviously if you got fuel in there, you'd put it somewhere safe on the side. This instance I've got no fuel in the tank, so my option this time is to flip the tank upside down, because I'm not worried about any fuel coming out of the cap. Let's just show you the tap, if you can see that. Obviously try to give you the best lighting as I can. As you can see, my tap thing has snapped off. I could probably get that replaced if I drilled it out. I just thought it'd be easier to put a new one in. That one's been in there a long time. So yeah, it's not a hard video, this is just a quick and easy how-to. If you've never done it before, hopefully I can get you in there. Yeah, so I'm just going to secure this tank down and I'll be back with you in a minute. Right, Cueball here again. As you can see, I've used a bungee cable as my option of choice to secure it down, which is probably not the best idea. If I can bring the bungee over that way a bit more, just to hold it in place, give it a bit of security. Yeah, I would like to bring you in a bit closer, but I've even got the camera angle just where I want it, so hopefully you can see everything from there. Yeah, so one screwdriver, it's just 2 bolts anti-clockwise. In this case they haven't given me any new screws, so make sure you keep the old ones with the washers, put them somewhere safe. Bit of excess fuel. Just get an old rag, in this case a tea towel, give it a wipe down on the area. I'm not really bothered, it's a rat bike. Yeah, so there's one old fuel tap, and to be honest in this instance, if I can just click the camera on, probably good that I'm going to change it. 2 seconds. Right. I will be with you in a minute because I am on my own. Yeah, there's the old tap. Probably all full of crappy fuel. And if you know what, I'm glad I've got this old tap actually, because there's something that I got with that now I know that goes on there. So I'm going to show you all that now. With your new tap, I didn't know this, I'm just going along. is for the, I learnt this from another guy, the small rubber underneath the tap that goes in there is for the reserve. That one with this on the end is for your main tank. So get your new tap like so, and looking at that there goes on top of the lung pipe. Soon find out anyway. And they're all blocked up at the end. Must be some sort of a filter. So I'm just wondering how the fuel gets through. Well, that's how it is anyway. I'm trying to work out how does the fuel get through there. Well, if it's wrong, I'll just refit it. Yeah, and as I said before, there's a rubber seal inside. I've already fitted this one. Just make sure it's in there correctly, otherwise you'll be leaking fuel. Someone did tell me you can put a bit of grease on it. To be honest, it should be fine. Once you put the bolts on, it should just squeeze in. So yeah, obviously when you put it in, make sure the tap's facing out that way, because that's going to be facing out that way. So yeah, place your tap inside like so, get your bolts, just make sure your seal's on correctly, get your bolt. You can put a bit of Vaseline underneath if you want to. I'm not going to bother. The seal should do its job, hopefully. Screw them back in clockwise. Line it up correctly. When you tighten these up, you don't have to over tighten them. Just wrist tighten, make sure that it's not leaking. And then as you're screwing it in, the seal underneath should squash down on the tank, so it'll give it that. It'll stop the fuel leaking out the tap. There's no fuel in it at the moment, and I'm not going to put any in yet because I've got a few other jobs that I want to do on the bike. So yeah, let's just make sure it's nice and tight, and that's how you fit and replace your fuel tap on your motorcycle. So let's just show you the old one. There was an old plastic thing that stuck out, it's somewhere around. Yeah, and I'd snapped it off when I took it off. Yeah, but I'm going to keep that. Never know, might be able to get it serviced and I can use it as a spare. So the next job, take the bungee cable off safely. Best to come off that side. Once your tank as you're doing it. Obviously if this is a brand new bike you want to put a towel underneath so you don't scratch the paintwork. Obviously if you're going to put fuel in, wait until you've got everything connected up. And on your tap as well. There's fuel, prime and reserve. So I'm guessing that will be for on, in the middle will be for that, and that should be for off. So in this instance, make sure your fuel's turned off. Flip the tank over, and then if I've done this correctly, yeah, seems to be, this tap is different to my I'm just going to come in there a minute. That tap is different to my old one. I'm just going to compare them. As you can see, that's your fuel and that's your air. And on this, these are two different ones. So, one's thick, one's thin. So I'm guessing on this tap, if I can bring you in, we'll soon find out. I'll double check it with Paul. The bigger one will be for your fuel, and that thinner one will be for your air. That's what I'm going with anyway. I didn't realise that. So yeah, so get your fat tube, which will be for your fuel. Should be anyway. Put it back on there. Get your air pipe. Back it goes on. And there's a clip with the fuel one, which should, if you get it on, to be honest, see, that's slipping off. Should tighten up. You don't fuel leaking everywhere. I'm just going to check this out and I'll come back to you in a minute. Right, I don't know if you can quite see from there. I'm not too sure if that clip actually works for this tap. So I'm going to do a bit of ratism on the old tap to make sure it doesn't come off. A good old cable tie will do the same job. Make sure it's nice and tight. Yeah, cable tie will do it fine. Do exactly the same job. Just make sure it's securely on. Well, in that instance, no. Just make sure you get loads of force on it. Flathead screwdriver sometimes helps. To be honest, I'm not going to get that any tighter, so I'm going to just cut that off. I'll come back to you in a minute. Right, cue ball back now. Yeah, so I've put that fuel there. That should do the same job. Well, Paul, you met in the last couple of videos, before I put any fuel in there, I'll double check it with him just to make sure everything's safe. Yeah, so that's your fuel line, that's your air line. Yeah, so that's done. Just take that out of the way, and then you normally put that down, pull your side panels out, make sure everything's there, make sure the taps, that you've got access to the tap. Yeah, because on the old one I managed to find it was this big black thing and it sticks out the side of your bike, so when you replace them you have to get a screwdriver down the middle and take that off before you can replace it. I might be able to bring it in and show it you. Let's have a look. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm just got the camera in there. Hopefully you can see that tap. Yeah, so I'm going to leave it there anyway. I've put the thing. You want to check it from this side as well. There's your tap. You can see the new tap. You can see, make sure all the lines are still connected. Yeah, easy as that. I'm not going to connect it all back together because there's a few other jobs that I want to do on it. So let's just do a finishing of the video. Yeah, so that was a simple video of how to hopefully you can see me. Yeah, how to replace your fuel tap on your motorcycle. The old one's there, you can see it. Lighting. Yeah, so we're going to leave it there. Hopefully that helps someone who wants to replace their tap on their tank. And I'll catch you for the next one. Hopefully next one should be put the fuel in, we'll get the bike running again, and then I'm going to show you the stubby on the bike. Catch you for the next one. Ride safe, rock hard. I'll be drinking beer, you have some beer now. Catch you for the next one. Ride safe. Yeah.